And we're live! We're live! Woo-hoo. We are live. We are live. We got 2 minutes to go before we start the show. Thank you, everyone who's here early.
Is there anyone here early?
No.
Aww.
Oh, maybe, yeah. I think there's somebody here.
Oh, really? Hi. Hi, friends.
Oh, snap. We got some early birds. The bird is the word. Early birds. The bird is the word.
For the time being, then they're like, "Who? What? I think I'm in the wrong place."
Ooh, I stepped off into the wrong timeline. Let me put off.
Where has YouTube led me?
No!
We lost them?
No! Let me see. Let me double check. Let me double back and look.
We have 1 minute.
1 minute to go. T-minus 1 minute to take off.
Yep. A whole 51 seconds on the dot. Just.
You gotta shoot off like a rocket. T-minus 1 minute to go. And then you come down like Salt Bay.
Oh, man. If we had a launch during one of our episodes, that would be nuts. Because you can feel it, you can hear it. Oh, yeah, we're not very far. Just for those of you who are tuning in now, I'm located just seconds away from Cape Canaveral Air Force Base, which is very close to like where they launch all the rockets, for SpaceX and whatnot. What else is out there? I know Blue Origin, but I don't think they've launched anything.
Spaceships and everything.
Spaceships, sure. Blue Origin, but there's another one. Shoot, I'm forgetting them. I'll remember it. I'll remember it in the middle of the show. Oh, let me post that link.
Oh, thank you, viewers. We got 2 in the house. 2 in the house. I appreciate you for coming.
Awesome. Welcome. We'll get started soon. Just gonna let people trickle in. I just posted the link for everyone to go ahead and
welcome my viewers. Welcome my viewers. Or as I would say, ni hao, wo de peng yo men. Ha ha ha.
Is that also Mandarin?
Yes, this is Mandarin as well.
Everybody's speaking Mandarin these days.
I know, I get up in the morning and I start my day off with a few Mandarin words. And it's like, how.
Or something. This isn't a paid sponsorship, I swear. I'm just curious.
Oh my goodness.
What is it? Oh, what is that one app that's like? I can't remember anything today, guys. It is Thursday afternoon, and Mandy is a little tired. But we're excited though. We're still here.
Yes, most definitely.
Talking in third person. But very happy to be here with y'all and sharing the latest.
Yeah, let us know if you guys have any questions. I'm currently looking at our live feed, for our chat. So if you guys hear anything that you like or have any questions about something you want to like, in the future, just let us know. Anyways,
if there's anything you want more info on, something you want us to cover, just let us know.
Yeah, I know. If you want me to wear a purple bandana, I'll wear a purple bandana or a blue one. You just let us know.
If you want me to, wear a different shirt, maybe The Who next time. I have that somewhere. I don't know. Classic. For those of you who like classic rock or whatever.
I know. We appreciate all our viewers, even if that's 2 or 1. Much appreciated. You're taking time out of your long day, to come and sit and, listen to 2 awesome people. Awesome people need to listen to awesome people. That's just how it works.
I like it. Yeah. All right. Well, you know what? For our 2 viewers, I think we should just get things started here. We appreciate you. Hopefully keep you around a little longer if we actually get things started here.
Yes. Absolutely. All right, Manny, you want to start us off?
All right, here we go. This is the opening right here. So, hello all, and welcome to week 16 of
Getting back to work. Woo!
4 months, I think. That puts us at about 4 months since we started this.
Woo!
And thank you again to Openpath for
Openpath.
I am Mandy, Marketing and Content Manager at Group 337, and I'm here with my co-host and the king of graphics.
I am the king of graphics, Bert.
So, yeah, we have some really great articles for you all this week. So, without further ado, I think we can just go ahead and kick things off here.
All right.
So first up, we have an article I'm very happy I found in my search this week because it's actually from our industry. This is from Security Magazine, and it's titled Remote Work and
Awesome.
COVID-19 Brings New Challenges in Securing Cloud Services.
Awesome.
And this article is also a very relevant one. You know, whether you're in the security industry or not, I think, you know, cybersecurity needs to remain top of mind for us all as we work remotely. The article, it starts by talking about a recent survey done by App Omni. They're a provider of software as a service security posture management. That's a mouthful. The survey asked over 200 IT security professionals about their top security concerns within cloud-based software as a service applications, you know, as they become more essential for enabling remote workers. And of the more than 200 IT professionals polled, a whole 2/3, 66%, believe that their enterprise, you know, public software as a service applications above, you know, everything would cause the greatest disruption to their business should there be an outage.
Yep.
You know, as we're all remote now, COVID-19 has led enterprises to really begin to adopt more and more remote work technologies, and you know, many are now leveraging software as a service applications to enable that smoother transition from traditional methods of business operations to, you know, now remote ones.
Yep.
And you know, with an increase in adoption of these applications, the focus on managing, securing these applications now it's huge. It's critical. So to support this whole thing and just show how much harder security professionals, or you know, IT security professionals especially, are working to manage this. A study found that more than 90% of those IT professionals surveyed have recently received additional security-related responsibilities, and 2/3 have less time to effectively manage and secure software as a service applications. And then another 68% here of respondents claimed they also solely rely on manual efforts to detect data exposures, which is right now is kind of an unrealistic approach. You know, it's crazy. You can't have just people manually looking around for things.
No.
You know. So the CEO of App Omni, Brendan O'Connor, also stated that due to COVID-19, IT teams are struggling to keep up with massive changes to day-to-day operations. And the accelerated rate of cloud adoption associated with the, you know, this now remote and virtual workforce, which highlights the need for companies to work to better secure their current as a service applications. You know, and given that 90% of the respondents at Omni surveyed noted that their uses of software as a service applications have increased in adoption since the beginning of the pandemic. So it's nuts, guys. Majority of respondents, also about 52%, also stated that their biggest challenge with existing cloud security solutions is, you know, their reactive nature. You know, because the solutions only seem to alert security teams of a problem when the incident has already happened, versus it being a proactive solution and, you know, identifying potential exposures and risks and actual incidents, when they happen. Like, it's just, they're not there. Like, these software, unfortunately, just has that reactive nature. But some additional key findings for us all to note as well is that 93% of IT respondents have received more responsibilities due to COVID-19. 66% have experienced reduced time to spend on management and security of these applications due to the shift to remote work.
Yep.
You know, they're spread a lot more thin now. And then 68% rely on manual efforts to detect data exposures. That's a lot, relying on manual efforts and the, you know, alerts.
Wow. Hold up, 68%?
Yeah, to tell them after the fact that things have happened. yeah, so like I would say it's a very insightful article from Security Magazine, and I think that it'd be good for y'all to check it out if you can, since this is really important stuff for us all, especially now that we're remote. And maybe it'll light a fire on under some of our butts here and get us to try to keep our data more secure while we work remotely. Like we're at a time where our data security is also dependent on us. You know, we're not at work where it's now where you have that protection at that enterprise level. So it's just very important to keep that in mind.
Yeah, you're not at the office. You don't have the firewalls that come with being in this environment. You don't have, your boss looking over your shoulder if you have one of those bosses. You know, it's definitely new times, to say the least.
Or those phishing tests I like.
Click the button. Oh.
Training. I wonder if people are still getting training right now, like regular 6 months to a year training on everything, on like security protocols. Like, I wonder if that's still in place for a lot of places. But yeah, just food for thought.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it is my turn to bring the second article. Thank you, my friend. All right, so our second article is coming to us from Forbes, and it is titled, "Why Aren't More Companies Making Remote Work Permanent?" Hint, it's not just about productivity. This article is written by Andrew Belov. I hope I said your name right. Apologies if I didn't. Due to the pandemic being several months in, most of the corporate world is announcing that workers can work from home permanently. Woo! Permanently! Oh, great. You already know what side I lean on. You may have heard of some of these companies like Facebook, Twitter, and Slack, but also non-tech companies like Nationwide. Nationwide is on your side. I hope I got the right one. Other companies are taking, the short-term approach by placing workers on a sort of standby with the hopes of reopening next spring to summer. Andrew presents the question: why aren't more companies making remote work permanent? Why? That is the question. One of the biggest reasons most assume is productivity, but Andrew points out other barriers that's preventing permanent remote work. The first point that Andrew makes is, can you guess it? Type in the comments if you can guess what that first point is. Can you? No? Okay, well, the first point is culture and social aspects of work. We cannot, I repeat, we cannot replace this true spontaneity of connections, of a physical workplace. I'm sure we have all at this time have experienced, Zoom lunches, virtual happy hours, water cooler chat rooms, we cannot replace the physical aspects of being in location. It's something that that we're just kind of wired to do. To be able to see someone and build those relationships. There's nothing like the smell of your coworker warming up their leftover fish dinner in a microwave and having your work husband or your work wife to talk about it in real time. That's hilarious. That's what makes coming to work. Well, at least for me, I can't believe this person just warmed up fish in the microwave. Now everybody has to smell it. Oh. But having those little tiny interactions really makes really builds on the culture and just those connections that you make with other coworkers. Basically, you can't get that virtually, and I'm sure plenty of people are finding it quite awkward to sit in a 20-person Zoom happy hour and like take turns talking without like interrupting someone, you know. But you know, these are some things that are helping us as we move along. So
For sure.
for the next point, or how, or if you speak Mandarin, that is number 2. Not everyone wants to work remote. Can you believe it? Not everyone wants to work remote, and that's okay. In a recent Gallup poll, the majority, about 60%, of employees said they hope to continue working remotely once the pandemic is over. While it is a majority, it still leaves 40% of people, 40%, that's a lot of people, who would like to resume office work. There are many reasons. Oh man, I can think of a bajillion. Many reasons why someone would prefer not to work remotely. Some may not have the space to set up a at-home office. Some people may have lots of kids who drive them completely bananas. Some people might, you know, live by themselves and love the social aspects of coming in office. You know, again, you know, having friends and stuff to mingle with, and not, you know, not always being by yourself all the time. You know, some people might live with someone they can only handle being around from the hours of 5 p.m. to bedtime. Who knows? There are so many reasons here. So many reasons.
And a few of those coworkers.
Oh, God.
You're like, why aren't you going home? Okay. Oh, okay.
Geez.
That's fine.
Oh, man. Number one threats. Number 3. It's not all downside. You know, going in office, well, working remote, there's not all bad to it. You know, there is a potential for improved work-life balance and the ability to spend more time with your families. There are also, you know, now that I think about it, there's also like many environmental improvements with there being less travel, you know, less cars on the road. You know, you hear about, you know, how the pandemic, you know, kind of, you know, is helping some places that has been like having a lot of environmental challenges. You know, the author states then, you know, he states, whatever the future holds for remote work, one thing is certain. The technology that enables it is bound to continue to improve and unlock new opportunities for productivity and social collaboration. But it is important that business leaders look beyond productivity when making decisions to make their companies fully remote. And that, my friend, is the bottom line.
Bottom line. Oh, man. No, I feel that, though. I do feel that. I think my article, to follow up with this one, it kind of goes perfectly with this.
Okay.
It's from the Wall Street Journal, and it's called What People Really Love and Hate About Remote Work. So it's got a perfect.
All right.
This is by Catherine Dill, and personally, I feel like this one will hit home for a lot of us. We now approach about 7 months of working from home. Wow. You know, it's been a year of challenges, opportunity, sure, and getting really comfortable with virtual calls and stuff like that.
It's a love-hate relationship.
Yeah, I think a lot of us, though, are getting. I'm looking forward to that future work week that I think a lot of us are thinking about here. The one where we're in the office 2-3 days a week. You know, we have that flexibility of being at home, but
most definitely.
But yeah, so some of us have found unprecedented flexibility. On the other hand, you know, being able to finally fit in workouts and lunch breaks where we couldn't before, or you know, maybe to new places that we always wanted to live in. And some have struggled to balance, you know, those demands of virtual schooling and parenting with those back-to-back video conferences. And you know, even those of us who are happy to keep working remotely miss catching up with our coworkers, like we mentioned. Even those coworkers that take it upon themselves to cook leftover fish in the microwave, like even them. We still miss those interactions for sure. But yeah, so without any further delay here, here's how remote work has changed some of our lives for better or for worse. So to start,
relationship.
to start, Marianne Ghosh, I hope I pronounced that correctly, an executive speech consultant from Houston, says that what she misses the most is touch, shaking a hand of people that she knows really well, giving business hugs, or just seeing someone if she goes to a networking event. She adds that nothing sparks creativity like somebody coming up with a good idea in a meeting, and that Zoom can do that, but there are still limitations to Zoom. I think Bert, you mentioned that as well.
Yep.
There's nothing quite like an actual in-person meeting. We can still come up with great ideas, but there's just something about those physical meetings and that interaction. But yeah, on the flip side though is Ruthie Townsend, a sales rep from Denver, who is now actually able to take a break during her crazy busy workday. She says that I always take a break around 12, and I used to never take a lunch break, really.
Guilty.
Now I'm like, I'm going to do something with a friend quickly, work out, or actually eat lunch and not stare at my computer. I actually eat real food now because I made it, not just a peanut butter sandwich, which I eat every day.
Yep. Guilty.
Yep. Yeah, no, I can definitely relate to both of these people. Another one here, Donna Medrick, a legal consultant from Chicago, says that by 8 o'clock, I just want to go to bed. I'm keeping my son on task, keeping myself on task. I have to work harder and work every day to kind of play catch up. It's an everyday thing. They're just longer days. I'm very grateful that I have a job that allows me to work from home. And that one feels more like a real hate statement there. To me, while remote work affords her the ability to take care of her son and her mom tasks, it also kind of forces her to work those longer hours. And we've been mentioning this whole time too. Like, this is a thing. People are working more hours, and they've been working more hours ever since this pandemic started. Other statements from people in this article talk about how Zoom calls have been feeling as though they may not have their clients' undivided attention. Whereas in a regular face-to-face meeting, you have no other choice but to give someone your full attention. And, this could be very frustrating for those of us who, sales or whatever, or no matter what you're in, this could be very frustrating.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Others mentioned that now that almost everyone is working from home and having to manage young children, that there's more understanding and empathy about parents' schedules, which is good. And then some more have also mentioned that remote work has forced them to actually put their laptops down around 5 p.m. to spend time with their families, and has even curbed their habit of working late hours. So it's kind of like an alternative there. And then on the other hand, others have found difficulty with working with the new hours and difficulties of working with coworkers who are now in different time zones due to the remote work lifestyle we're all kind of facing here. But yeah, I think this article is a good conclusion here and a great reflection on both the good and bad aspects of the new remote work lifestyle a lot of us are experiencing. It also leaves room for us to reflect on certain things about this new work life. So go check out that article if you want. But I think with that, we have just wrapped up week 16 of GBTW. Thank you again to Openpath and to those of you who tuned in. We really appreciate it. We look forward to sharing more on getting back to work with you next week. Hope you all have a great weekend, and don't you dare forget to subscribe to that newsletter. All right.
Subscribe. Thanks, have a great one, guys. Peace.